34 meters, 41 meters, 55 meters, 75 meters, 80 meters, 120 meters, 215. But what's actually next to all these sandbanks? What's next to all these spots? Well, besides all those spots, there are always areas in between. And even in those in-between areas, of course, you can fish. Along the edges, next to them, beyond them, you can catch something. And sometimes, even really well. Bam! There goes the next one. Yeah, this time not quite as big, but something's definitely working here. A few weeks ago, I was already standing right here, or roughly in this area. This section is usually about 90 to 95 meters deep. And lately, I've really been spending a lot of time around that 90-meter mark. That's usually where I look for redfish. But today, I'm doing things a little differently. I've got the same bait on all 3 rods. We'll take a closer look at that in just a second. And so far, very different catches, but already some really good fish in the mix. Let's take a look. What do we have here? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my! My first redfish trophy, man. That's my first redfish trophy. That's insane. Really, really nice. Beautiful, beautiful. 3.2. I was already thinking, is that another small one? But no, it's really, really nice and big. First redfish, the little redfish. What an awesome fish. Totally worth it again. Totally worth it. There it is, trophy number 116. That's great. So by the end of the year, 120 trophies, totally realistic. So number 116, checked off. Really, really nice. Man, that's good. Casting right back out, right here at the same spot. Cast it right back out. So this is how it looks right now. I've been here for about 30 minutes. Of course, I had to reactivate everything for the recording. That took a bit of time, but it already started off strong. Right away, Atlantic sharp-nosed shark. Then spotted wolfish. Again spotted wolfish, and again spotted wolfish. They bring in really good cash. Then also squid, also solid money. Spotted dogfish. So really, really good fish in the mix. Yeah, and then here on the Super Grub 6. And on the second rod, also Super Grub 6. Man, come on this bait, in that combination, if that isn't perfect. The color is nearly identical to the pearl. Get it out there. And the best part is, it keeps working. I've been testing this for quite a while and it's looking really solid. And this bait here, it works again and again, especially on squid. Let me check real quick, did the squid take this one? Nope, that one also took the Super Grub. So this soft bait too. All right, let's set it up again. I'm fishing at 94 meters. You can see that up top. Right now we've got muddy ground. You can see that too. And hey, if you're still unsure how the sonar works, there's a separate video about that on the Fire Robin channel. Just check it out. It explains step by step what you're seeing, how the sonar works, and what you can read from it. So here we are. I'm going down to 93 meters. Movement near the bottom, you can do that like this too, bro. Around 92 meters. Let it drop a bit. Now we've got movement near the bottom, and now we start jigging. So it's jigging combined with bottom movement. Right here, that's really good. That means we're just hovering above the ground and barely dipping into the mud. And I'm hoping for more trophies, because here in the North Sea, I'm still missing quite a few. Since I make so many videos and fish a lot in the southern water zones, especially for low-level players, I honestly don't spend enough time up here in the North Sea. And yeah, there are definitely some trophies still missing. Like I said, that was my first redfish. There are 3 different redfish species, and until now, none of them have been a trophy. Really nice. It was about time. After all these months in the North Sea, that's seriously awesome. So, where am I now? You've probably seen a bit already, I think roughly. Let's just let it hang here for a second. So down here in front of the 41-meter marker. Or you can fish nicely right here too. I've been standing here over and over recently, but today I just drove down here, scouted the area a little, checked the bottom, looked at what spots you could see, and ended up right here. And it looked good. On one hand, like I said, muddy ground. I really like muddy ground because sometimes you'll pull something like a ling. Ling also likes muddy ground. That's why I'm testing this right here. And combined with this depth, it works really well for the different redfish species. So yeah, just try it out right here at this exact depth. And there's the next one. Not too big either, but still okay. That's fine. Right at the beginning, the Atlantic sharp-nosed shark. He gave a few strong head shakes right away. He had some energy, though he's not all that big. Same with the spotted wolfish. They're not huge either. But overall, it's already looking really good. And I have to say, for such a short amount of time, and with the trophy on top, it's really, really, really nice. It's going great. And the amount of high quality, different fish makes it so cool. That's what makes it so cool. I'm gonna call the boat, the sub, and we'll take a quick look at what the fish are actually worth. Because of course, I'm still testing. First, regular fish now, the first coal fish is in. That's not really what we want anymore. Maybe turn it into fillets or something. More of those spotted wolfish. That would be really nice. Maybe even go a bit more in the rattling direction. Use more of that setup if you're really targeting wolfish. All right, let's have a quick look. Fish market, sort by price real quick. Of course, the Atlantic sharp-nosed shark, always worth it. Let's take a look at the whole picture. But even without the shark, since it's kind of rare, it still looks really good. So in this short period of time, it's going really well. Look here, spotted wolfish, 30, almost 50 silver. Squid, 50 silver, 30 silver. Spotted dogfish, like I said, these are all good and relatively rare fish. And if they're coming in this regularly, yeah, I'll definitely take them. My next test, other depths, so not always just movement near the bottom. I'll also try areas where I don't let it drop all the way down, maybe around, let's say 80 meters, then reel it up a bit. So just reel up, jig, turn jig, a little spin, a little jig. And once you're near the top, I'd say around 50 meters, let it fall again. Above 50 meters, you often get coal fish. So around 30 to 40 meters, that's where you'll usually find them. This one might be another coal fish. So if you see a spot with big fish, let it sit a bit lower. Like I said, around 50 meters, then let it fall again. This upward jigging can definitely trigger strikes. And letting it drop again, that can trigger bites too, especially from fish that roam the midwater. And that way, you also avoid some of the bottom fish you maybe don't want, like lumpfish. So if you want to avoid those, like I said, jig higher, stay more in midwater. That's something I need to remind myself too. That came from the last RF4 Q&A. And yeah, I need to take that seriously and keep testing it. So I'm just gonna try that out here in this area. And we'll see, does something bite or not? Look, right up ahead, we've got the next big spot already. And it's right there on the sonar. I think that's around 30 meters. And that's not really what we want, because like I said, it's usually coal fish. Now we're back around 50 meters. Jig again, and now I'll let it fall. Maybe it works, maybe not. Test, test, test. Just like always in fishing. If this helped you, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. That helps me a lot, and I'll see you in one of the next videos, or maybe even live on stream. Until then, tight lines.